All right, October 24th, 2021, end of the year video. Now, to be clear, these aren't all from this year. These are from the last 14, 15 years of hunting, my best finds. But I always like to do a video at the end of the year, show some of the new stuff I've got. One of my new prize pieces, my musk ox. It's a giant. He's a beast. If complete, you can see, if he wasn't missing part of a horn, he'd be about 26, 27 inches. That's a nice one. I got my bison skull that was opened by Indians to get the brains for tanning the hide. My biggest skull, it's a male Antiquus, 34 inches, about. Here's a new piece from this year. It looks pretty cool, although the whole backside is pretty much rotted out. But I stabilized it as best I could, so it's relatively stable now. This is not falling apart anymore. I got my other big tusk. I'm sure you saw this last time. I got my baby mastodon jaw with my adult mastodon jaw. Mammoth chin. Finally got this preserved. So my mammoth tooth. My wife's best find. Really nice color, yellow color on this mastodon tooth. Little baby mammoth. Little baby mastodon. This is from this year. Partial sloth pelvic bone. I had this sloth rib, but I got an even better one this year, about a month ago. Mammoth rib, separate pieces, they aren't from the same piece. Alright, down here, I love having my displays where you can compare different sized critters. It's like these cannon bones. I've got deer, elk. I bought this modern moose, Ice Age stag moose. Now here's another cool comparison. I found this modern elk here in Nebraska, which is pretty rare. I mean, they used to be here, but anyway. Stag moose skull cap. That's pretty cool. And then this piece of stag moose antler. So I preserved it, but it's still, I'm not 100% sure, so I left one zip tie on it still. Hold it together. Got some odds and end pieces, things I'm not quite sure on. These are sternum pieces, and they're different than like the bison, and they're very thin and light. So I suspect that maybe these are sloth, but I could be wrong on that. It'd be the front sternum piece. That's from bison. That'd be a sternum piece from mammoth or mastodon. I've got some more comparisons down here. Mammoth, mastodon, bison. I like this. This is I think this is the same bone. Bison, mammoth, just an ankle bone. And then, oh, here's another bison and mammoth, just one of the other ankle bones. Just the size difference is awesome. Mammoth, mastodon, sloth. That one's awesome. Okay. Bison kneecap. mammoth kneecap. Bison calcaneus, heel bone. Mammoth, oh goodness, calcaneus, heel bone. Quite the size difference there. And another one I've got bison axis vertebra, and that's either a large mastodon or a mammoth axis vertebra. I've got my horse stuff down here. Got a nice skull, a complete jaw, horse leg bones. This one was butchered, and this horse, I thought this was bison, but I got looking at it again. That's actually horse, but he was shot in the leg. Oh. I got jaws for reference. I've got horse and bison, elk and deer, pig, emu leg bone. Someone around here used to raise emu. So I've got a couple pelvic bones and a sternum piece. And dog's going. I like these. I didn't have a good place to display them. I got too much stuff in here. But I've got bones that have, like, you know, damage. They've been broken or cracked or had some sort of growth on them. This one had some sort of tumor or something. Go. This bison atlas, he busted his atlas, busted his neck, and then it healed. That's kind of cool. I thought it was just a broken bone. I was just going to toss it back in the river, and then I realized that it actually healed. This is from this year. Bison that had a really good infection or something going on, swelled it up. That's kind of neat. Baby bison tibia, shattered it, and it lived long enough for it to heal, but he didn't make it to adulthood. And I got a few here that have some really good carnivore bite marks on them. Like that one, you can see the bites right in the top. I really suck at spotting arrowheads. I can find scrapers, but that's like my best finds out of like 14 or 15 years. So that's kind of sad, actually. Dogs, go on. Dang dogs. Okay. Here's another nice example. This would be a modern bison. I believe it'd be Antiquus. And I think this is Latifrons. Here's some other cool ones. I can't say definitively, but I believe this guy took a spear to his hump. I can't say for fact, but this one looks like he took an arrow to the leg. It's got a straight line and it's chipped on both sides. This axis vert, it's hard to show up on the camera, but it's got chop marks there, and it's busted on both sides here. So it appears he was they chopped the skull off of the body on this one. I like that quite a bit. I've got quite a few thoracic verts here, and I got some really tall, complete modern ones. And I've heard that, you know, you can't really judge Antiquus from modern based on the thickness or the size. But some of these are just so much, just beefier, I guess you want to say. So, in my opinion, you can tell. This one is so heavy, so mineralized, that I would suspect that this might be a Latifrons, but it'd be hard to say. definitely don't want to have them cut pieces off to do any testing on it. Some more skulls. 32-inch female. 32-inch male there. Leg bones, hooves, jaws. I'm not sure how many of these I probably missed before I finally realized that these were tail bones. So that's pretty cool. At least now I know what to watch for. Got my baby. Very rare to find them this complete. Usually they just fall apart at the suture lines. It's common to find just like a quarter, but my locked deer skulls buried in a sandbar. The locked deers and this skull, I think, are the only things that came from Iowa. Everything else is Nebraska. Did I cover everything? Oh, my mystery piece. I still don't. I mean, I assume this is just like a Boy Scout project or something. It's just so odd. It's got like 3 different construction methods. That's like a thin plywood inside, but it was leather. It's got leather strapping. Antlers in the bottom, but you can see they use like nylon thread for this repair, and this kind of cordage here. So your guess is as good as mine what this was. I'm not saying it's old. I mean, it probably was just like a Boy Scout project or something, but I found it in the river. Pretty odd. A couple of souvenirs that I bought, just replicas. Kind of cool. And then one of my pride and joys, my spring tanned, smoked, extra large bison hide for my bed. Love it. Although it takes some getting used to when you yawn at night and you're getting all those hairs in your mouth. It takes a little getting used to that. Okay, hit pause and I'll take it upstairs. All right, that bison skull was the first one we found. It's what really got me hooked looking for him. Have that in the living room here. Reproduction arrow above it. A few things up above. I got a turtle and a beaver and a dog and a little partial wolf that I found. Raccoon, of course. It's always a raccoon. Love my drawing that I bought. Alright, and then a few other things over here. Some cool jugs that I found. Most of these are purchased. Of course, the white ones are all purchased. I've got, beaver and badger and otter, and got mountain lion and bobcat and house cat, dog and wolf. But then in the middle I got the dire wolf clone from Skulls Unlimited, the saber tooth, again clone from Skulls Unlimited, giant beaver. I love this big guy, the giant short-faced bear. He's giant. Down below I've got a brown bear and a black bear, but you can't really see them in there very well. I'd like to find something better to display those, but this is what I got for now. Alright, that's pretty much everything I've got. At least my collection wise. I've got stuff that I just sold from the garage. It's all empty now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed.